Hi, my name is Catherine, and thank you so much for joining me for week 6, the final week of this chair yoga series for strength, stretch, and stability. Today, we will work through combining lots of the things we've done in the past 5 weeks into kind of a big integration of a flow. So in this flow, we'll work through the full body, working to strength, stabilize, and stretch all different parts. And really start to work with the breath a little bit more too, helping to calm the nervous system, find some more balance within the body, and maybe just start the day or end the day with a little less stress. Whatever you need, take from this practice. Whatever doesn't work for you, just leave behind. Take it at your own pace. Use your chair, use your props, use whatever feels good. You don't need to be in any particular attire for any of these classes, so you can be done at a desk or really anywhere you are traveling, just a sturdy chair without wheels. If you have a blanket, it's nice to have that for the final resting pose. I make it very brief for these videos, just maybe 30 seconds, but if you can pause the video or stop the video and take a full 10 to 20 minutes to really integrate the practice and seal the practice with some quiet time, that would be the recommendation I have. If you have 2 blocks or books or something similar to that size, it may be helpful at certain points in the practice to support under the feet or maybe in another place. And if you'd like to use any weights, you could have some light weights. Anywhere from 1 pound to 5 pounds might be good. We're only going to use it for 2 different times in this video today, and it's definitely not necessary. You can still get all the benefits without the weights. We will have 2 to 3 options of standing postures today. So if you'd like to stand near the chair and use the chair for balance, that could be a great option too. And you can certainly take the entire practice seated. So feel free to pause the video, grab what you need, and come on back. We'll start in a comfortable seat to start to set up our breath and center into the practice. So as you arrive, you might close your eyes or soften the gaze down to a place on the floor. Starting to scan the body from the soles of the feet, grounded to the earth, up the legs to the hips, letting the hands rest wherever they land comfortably, either on the legs or by your sides. Maybe feeling the elbows pull back just a bit, feeling the shoulders stack over the hips, feeling the top of the head reach up tall towards the sky, lengthening through the spine, the neck. As the shoulders rest somewhere closer over the ears rest somewhere closer over your shoulders. Once you arrive here to what we call our seated mountain pose or Tadasana, see if you can find a couple full breaths. If taking a big inhale and exhale or sigh out the mouth feels cleansing and good for you, take some deep breaths. If breathing in and out through the nose in what we call Ujjayi breath, with a slight seal of the lips, feels comfortable, you might start to transition to that breathing pattern. As you do this, just notice the flow of the breath, the speed, the intensity, starting to come out of your monkey mind, your thinking and wandering mind, and into your practice and day. Devoting this time to yourself and away from any distractions. If it feels right for you to set an intention or a sankalpa here, you could set a positive statement, repeating it to yourself either out loud or quietly 2 or 3 times in the present tense. If nothing comes to mind for you, it might be just one word or nothing at all, and just remain with your breath for this moment. With the next breath, you could keep the eyes open or closed. We're going to start to reach the arms up overhead. Big reach as you exhale, fold the heart towards the legs, melt the hands maybe to those blocks that you have or down towards the mat or floor. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins or the sides of the chair, and then exhale, fold down again. Really ground down through the soles of the feet and rise up through the hands, reaching high up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze starts to follow. Exhale, lower the hands down to the heart. Nice. Keeping the hands at the heart for just a moment here. Take the right ear down towards the right shoulder without tipping over towards the right. Find a little stretch down the left side of the neck. You might extend the left arm, maybe even taking the right hand on top of the head, just to support the head, not to force it down any deeper, lower, further. Maybe the eyes, chin, or nose start to find slight movements here, or maybe you start to find some mobility in the shoulder by finding little circles with the left arm. Stay here for a couple more breaths. You might even close the eyes or slowly start to find a little bit of a deeper stretch. With the next breath, maybe that left hand comes to the low back or to the back of the chair, feeling how the left shoulder reaches down lower and finds some more space through the left side of the neck. Last breath here, and gently release the head if the hand is supporting it. Bring the head back to neutral, and we'll go to the other side, taking the right ear, left ear, down towards the left shoulder, the opposite of whatever you did. Maybe placing the hand on top of the head and extending the opposite arm out. Finding any adjustments of the nose, chin, or eyes to help support this side. Maybe little circles of the arm, beginning to wake up the shoulder, the arm. With the next breath, start to take the arm down by the low back or side of the chair, feeling how as the right shoulder reaches down, the right side of the neck has just a little bit more stretch. Full breath here. In and out. Start to release the head, release the hands. From here, we're going to inhale, lift tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Real gentle twist, not too far. Take the left hand to the right knee. Bring the gaze with you. We're not going too far because we're going to add on. So as you inhale, have the sensation like you're starting to come out of it and back to neutral, but don't. Exhale, come a little further to the right. 4 more times. So we're inhaling, starting to turn towards center. Use that little turn to give your body a little more strength to come deeper into the twist. 2 to 3 more times. Inhale towards center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale towards center. Exhale, twist to the right. After this next one, we're going to pause in the twist. You could hold the back of the chair, the side of the chair, whatever is accessible. Try to keep the shoulders down away from the ears, the spine nice and long, the heart, and the right ribs are really guiding you over towards the right. Big breath in to start to release, come back to center, give a little shake and twirl of the torso here. With the next inhale, inhale, fully twist to the left or opposite side of wherever you went last time. Not too far to start, 5 times. Inhale towards center, exhale to twist. Inhale towards center, exhale to twist. Your own pace for the next 3. Notice how with each one, maybe you start to gain a little bit more range of motion. Maybe where your eyes were originally looking has now started to go a little further towards the back or the left side of the room. With the next deep breath, start to unwind, come back to center, roll the shoulders back, down and away. 3 big rolls, lifting the shoulders up to the ears and rolling them back down. And then start to come forward, 3 big rolls, lift the shoulders up, back and down 3 times. Good. Coming to neutral, we're going to come to what's called breath of joy. Feel free to take this standing if you want to get out of your chair and stand. I'll demo sitting so that you can see the seated version. It'll be the same thing standing. It's mostly the upper body taking the motion. It's going to be a 3-part breath, similar as to what we did last week if you saw week 5. Don't get too carried away with the breathing. If you get lost in the breath, just keep finding a natural rhythm of your breath and let the flow happen with the movements. So we're going to try to breathe a little bit deeper into the belly. So finding 3 big breaths in. As you breathe a little deeper, it'll be easier to get those 3 big inhales than if the breath starts really high in the chest. So we're going to inhale for 1, Inhale for 2. Inhale the third breath, and then exhale, release, and let all the breath go. Adding in the arms. Inhale for 1, the arms are going to extend forward. Inhale for 2, arms out to the side. Inhale for 3, arms up overhead. Exhale, let it all go. We'll do that a few more times. I'll guide the first couple and then take it at your own pace. Again, if you're standing, same thing. You're just going to hinge at the hips and fold forward in the stand. So starting together, we inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, exhale, let it go. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, exhale, let it go. Try 3 more, your own breath, your own pace. Maybe even closing your eyes as you go through this motion. Breath of joy. Let the breath move joyfully in whatever way. Sometimes I like to think of inhaling everything you want to bring into your life. Exhale, let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Take 1 more round, or as many as it feels good for you. And then take your time to slowly use the breath. Come back up to a seat. Good. Noticing any changes in the temperature of your body, the feeling of your breath. And we're going to start to come to a gate pose, opening up the side body a bit more. We'll turn the left foot out to the side. So you may sit on the corner edge of your mat, of your seat here. And we're going to extend over towards your left leg and reach the right arm to the back of the head. So we're feeling this lift in the side body here. If it feels comfortable for you, you might lift the right arm straight up or even extend it overhead. Be kind to your neck. Only go as far as it feels good. If you need to stretch the legs out further, let the legs be stretched out a little further away from the chair. Breathing deeply here. Maybe the gaze is up, maybe the arm is up. With the next breath, we're going to start to use your core strength. Lift the torso straight up, extend both arms out to the side, and take little circles of the arms here, real small circles. Work the shoulder strength. You could pick up your weights and hold the weights for this part. If you want to bring a little extra weight into your shoulders, keep the shoulders out of the ears, give room for your neck. If you didn't change directions, change direction of your circles. Maybe you've changed directions a few times like I did. And then we're going to take a hold of the side of the chair with the right hand and lift the left arm up and over. Coming to a side body stretch, the opposite side. Doesn't have to be so far. You could be a little bit more here, or really start to extend far with the left hand and fingers. Good. 1 more full breath on this side. And then take the upper arm, your left arm, just sweep down and around. Come back to a neutral seat. Lift the heart. Bring the foot back in. Maybe let the knees sway a bit side to side here. And we'll go to the other side. Same thing, opposite side. So kind of making this corner seat here, both feet going in opposite direction. Left foot's facing forward, right foot is facing out to the side. Take the right hand down to the leg. You could prop up here if you need with anything. And then lift with the breath up and over to the side. Maybe the hand is here. Maybe the hand is here. Notice what the shoulders want. Let the gaze go where the neck is happy. Maybe you're looking up and that feels good, or maybe you're looking down at your right knee or foot. Breathe another breath, and then use your core strength to lift the torso back up. Come back to that position here, arms extended. Maybe you come back to the shoulders. Not necessary. You could just keep the hands down by the hips or in at the heart center. Maybe this time you grab for the weights or water bottles and find a little extra weight in the shoulders as you take a few circles each direction. And then we're going to come up and over to the other side, holding on to the side of the chair if that's accessible. Lift up and over with the right arm now. Maybe the gaze comes down. Try not to collapse into the side. We're really working to lengthen the front side of the right side of your body, or the opposite of where we were last time. Knowing, as always, that one side might look and feel quite different. Each day it might be a little different. Use the core strength and the strength of your back to lift you back up. Take the hands into the heart. Step the feet back in together. Take a little shake of the knees side to side. We'll take a few hip circles. So standing or seated, we're just going to lift one knee. Find a couple circles of the hip. Little circles. Circle the knee the opposite direction. About 3 each way is probably nice. And then come to the other side, adjusting however you need on your chair to take a couple circles, maybe even holding the side of the chair for support. Circling a couple times one way and then the other. And let's find a warrior one position here. So we're going to turn to face the left side of your chair. So your left foot's forward, or feel free to do whichever side you want first, and then just remember to switch when we do the opposite. Now the knee might be pointing further down here. I'm going to move this blanket out of the way for my setup, or you might extend the leg further back. So see what feels good on your chair and in your body. So either the knee is going to be down here or the leg is going to be extended further back. We're going to reach the arms up. Feel the length here. Nice and strong through the core. And then if you have the space and you want to add a little more arm movement, for me, I'm going to have to shimmy a little bit further on the chair. If you'd like to add a little bit more arm movement, we're going to open the arms to cactus arms and then exhale, fold the arms forward. So we're going to inhale and open, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold forward. You could hold the chair here, maybe just do one arm at a time if that feels more supportive, or just pause with the arms lifted. You have the back of the chair perhaps to hold on to too, or the hands here. Good. 2 more full breaths wherever you are on this side of the body. Hold and breathe, nice and strong. Take the hands down to the heart. Hold on to the chair for support if you'd like to come back to the center and switch to the other side. So coming to the opposite side, the opposite foot will face forward. This knee could be down further, or you could extend the back foot back. If it feels better to be on the corner edge of the chair, like we've done in past videos, if you watched the last one with Warrior 2, you might keep that foot at an angle and take the same position here. See how it feels on your hips and what works. So if you're able to find this Warrior 1 type shape, the arms might be lifted, and then you cactus the arms out. So turning this way, the arms, you're still going to be facing towards your right side. The arms could be extended out here, and then exhale, round forward. Inhale to open the arms, and exhale, round forward. Take one more at this pace, or a couple more if you want. Option to lift the arms up and pause and hold here. Another full breath. Taking the hands back down to the chair or the center. Bring the legs back in. Take a little sweep side to side. Maybe roll out the shoulders or roll out the torso and hips here. Lining the body back to the center of the chair. We'll take a reach for the weights if you'd like to use them at this point. We'll take both weights in the hands and come back to those cactus arms that you may have just done in the Warrior 1. With the arms down by the sides here, we're going to take one elbow in towards the waist and then lift back up. Find your breath. So we're going one side and the other, working the sides of the body. Find your breath. Come right back to center, nice and slow. As you come to one side and the other, if you decided that the weights were a bad idea, just put them back down. Come to do the same motion without the weights. If you want to go a little more fluidly and skip the stop through center, you can start to just feel as you go side to side here. Let's just take 2 more on each side, evening things out, whichever way you are, whatever pace you're at. Come back to neutral, come back to center, and lower one weight if you have the weights. Keeping just one weight in your hands, we're going to come to a core strength movement here. So in your seat with the weight at your chest, or if you're not using the weight, just cross the arms across the chest as a reminder to keep your torso upright and straight. we're just going to hinge back, straight back. So not far, a little hinge back, and then pull yourself back up to center. I'll show this from the side view so you can see how small the movement is in my back. So we're hinging back and then pulling yourself back up. We hinge back and pull up. We'll take 5 more in that way. Really small. Try not to let momentum take over and let you hinge forward. We're stopping when the shoulders are over the hips. Just a couple more here. Breathing the breath in, integrating everything that we've worked on. Good. Last one. Now we're going to hinge forward. Same motion, except this time, little hinge forward. Try not to round in the back. So we go from straight to a forward hinge. Come back up to straight and hinge forward. We're back to straight. For 5 more forward. Keep the seat nice and grounded. You're not going too far forward. Good. Noticing maybe one direction was a little easier than the other. Or maybe the muscles are just starting to fatigue. And now just for 3 rounds, we're going to do both together. Back, center, forward, center. Back, center, forward, and center. So good for the balance. Last one. Good. Coming back to center, lower the weights down. We don't need them anymore. We're going to widen the feet just a little bit. Turn the toes slightly out to goddess pose. The hands can rest on the insides of the legs. Option to just pause here in goddess. This is plenty. Maybe the hands rest here or the hands rest here. Or to take a little bit more of a twist, we'll take the right shoulder in towards the center and gaze up towards the opposite direction. So gazing up towards the left, little twist here. Inhale back through center, going the other way. We'll do 2 on each side. So bringing the shoulder in towards the center, letting the hips turn and come together with you here. Come back through center, bring the shoulders back to neutral. Switch to the other side. Full breath. Back to center. 1 more the other way. Back to center, heel toe the feet back in together. And now we'll come to standing for 2 standing postures. If you'd like to stay seated, that works just as well. Standing, we have the chair, so there is something to balance with. We're going to come to tree and eagle. So if you'd like to use a block here, you could use a block to rest your toes on. If you'd like to use the side or the back of the chair to hold on to, we'll start with the right foot first. So really feel your right foot balance down, bringing the left foot to either the toes down on the floor, the block, or the shin, or maybe even the upper leg. Pausing here, maybe both hands come in towards the center of the body. The hands might come to the waist, or you could play around with lifting the arms in any way that feels good for you. Know that the chair is here for you to hold on to. And find that gazing point. The past few weeks, we've talked about the gazing points ahead that help us to keep our balance. Feeling and knowing everything we've worked on is so connected. So the strength of the ankles, the feet, the glutes, the entire body, as well as how the mind and the breath works with the physical body, helping you to stay in this upright alignment. If you start to flow and come out of it, it's okay. Just come right back in. The trees sway too. There's no need to be completely still. It's not natural always, so just let the body move the way it does, working each time to be just a little bit stiller. And then as you feel ready, start to lower the foot from wherever it is. Maybe shake out the hips or the ankles or the feet. Maybe take little taps or marches of the feet for a moment here. And then switch to the other side. So either coming behind your chair or to the opposite side of the chair. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking the hand to the chair, the foot to either a block, the floor, someplace inside the leg. Trying to keep the body in this upright position without leaning too far onto the stable leg. Let that leg be nice and anchored and grounded, the rooted leg now. Let the arms extend out like branches in any way that feels good for you, even if that means holding on to the back or the side of the chair. Taking a full breath here. Stay with it, knowing that one side is probably maybe just a little bit easier than the other. Working to find the balance between the two sides. Maybe as you rewatch the video, you might try to do one side for twice as long to really challenge the side that has a little less flexibility. Okay, slowly lowering that foot down, roll out the ankles, the knees. We're going to come to eagle pose. So your choice if you'd like to take eagle seated or standing. If you want to work your balance a little bit more, then you can stay with eagle standing. So you'll take the cross of your legs in that case. So we'll open the arms wide and take the right arm under the left, or whichever one you want to do first. So the arms might be here in a wide V. They might be here or interlaced as much together as it feels good. Nothing wrong with just crossing the arms here. So find where the arms are going to land for today. And then you might start to take the right leg to cross over the left. So crossing at the legs any amount, maybe starting to test your balance here, maybe finding more of a bind. Find what feels good here and pause and hold without trying to force any shapes. You could even use the back of the chair or the seat of the chair if you want to put your foot up on the chair to find some sort of cross of the legs in that way. Maybe the chin lowers and the arms lift. Take one more breath here and slowly start to unwind the arms, unwind the legs, maybe let the arms sway and the feet step out a little. And then we'll take the other side. If it's helpful to come to the other side of your chair, you can do that. If you want to try crossing the legs first, see where that lands, whether the foot comes on top of the chair or crosses over or on a block or fully binding at the legs. Find the position. Maybe you omit the arms if that doesn't feel nice on your shoulders today, and you just work the balance of the legs. So you might do the arms, you might do the legs, or you might do both together. If you're taking both, cross the left under the right. Find either their position here, here, or here. Wherever your eagle arms are, we're looking to find that big opening in the back of the shoulders. Maybe the elbows come up slightly. Maybe the chin drops down as you start to make changes. This might start to challenge the balance. Don't feel committed to any one position. There's always that option to release the legs. If balancing wasn't the right choice, and maybe stay with the arms for another couple breaths. When you feel ready, slowly and mindfully releasing the legs if they're still bound. Release the arms and let the arms sway out, finding your way back down to a seat, unless you stayed in the seat for that, in which case it works just as well. Know that you can mix and combine those motions if one day the arms do not feel like it works to be in the bind or the balance just isn't there. Taking one or the other or adapting it to work with the chair and your practice. We'll end our practice today with butterfly pose. So this may be a time that the blocks come in handy, letting one or two blocks rest under your feet as you bring the soles of the feet together. And just find a couple movements of the knees, letting the knees come up and down. The hands can rest right above the knees or anywhere that feels stable. Maybe you hold on to the chair and just feel some movement through the legs as the seat is now grounded. Feeling a nice lift of the spine. And if you want, you could even start to hinge forward towards your legs, keeping your seat grounded. Maybe you start to fold just a little bit, melting the heart towards the direction of the feet. The hands might be here. And take a breath here as we continue to bring everything together, the stability, the strength, and the stretch, not only of the physical body, but also the mind, the breath, all the parts, all of our systems working so beautifully together. Take your time to come back up to a seat. Maybe it feels supportive to keep the feet resting on the block, or maybe you shift the blocks out of the way, place a blanket over your legs, feet, or body for extra warmth. I invite you to take a longer final resting pose today. If you can rest here in your chair, or maybe even lie down on the mat and place your legs up on the chair if that's accessible. Letting the nervous system really just feel the benefits of this slowing down, of this movement of energy through your body. Some of it may be new, some of it you may have done many times. Finding a couple natural rhythmic breaths here as you send love and gratitude to each part of yourself. Letting that love and gratitude extend out beyond you and out to everyone surrounding you and everyone who you encounter today and all the other days moving forward. Resting here as long as it feels good, or starting to flutter the eyes open, finding gentle movement in the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe a big stretch on the inhale as you reach the arms up or out, and a big exhale or sigh, release the hands to the heart with lots of love and gratitude. Thank you.